Welcome back. This is Tanya and Moboni, and we are on Power Up, the place to brave up
and live your best life.
Coca Cola, Oprah, the Kardashians. And I can't believe that I just brought in the Kardashians into a conversation. But these three things, and a lot of other things, have one undeniable thing in common. They are brands that have stood the test of time, and they are very unique and easily identifiable. Now, when we are talking about this conversation, the brand of you, a brand that is uniquely you, separate from what you do in your day-to-day job, separate from the identity of your organization, something that is just you. What do we need to think about when we are considering what our brand is? How do we build our brand? How do we create that unique voice that when people hear or read, they can tell, that is Moboni?
I really like what this outgoing CEO of Coca Cola said, Muhtar Kent, and he said that a good brand is a promise kept. A great brand is a promise that has been kept over a period of time. And the key thing is not to fall into complacency. And when I talk about creating a personal brand with people, a lot of the times the questions that I keep getting again and again is, how do I create a personal brand and make it appealing? Because there are so many millions of brands that are out there. And what I respond, and the way I respond to this question, is by saying that the way in which you can make an appealing and memorable brand is really by creating something that is authentic and something that remains true to who you really are. So we're going to go through 3 steps of being able to create a memorable brand. So step number 1 is know thyself. Know who you really are and identify those values that really make you unique. So for example, if you are a quirky, outgoing, funny person, let that come out in your conversations. Let that come out in your online profile as you write it. Let it be seen. The second thing is go global. Today in the internet age, let your brand permeate into the homes of everyone around the world. And the third thing, which is very important, is make a difference. Your brand needs to have meaning and it needs to leave an impact. So whatever you're doing, whatever brand it is that you have, make sure that you are touching the hearts and minds of the people that your brand is interacting with.
I like that. Great insights. And I also remember something that I read in a Fortune article a while ago. And they said that trust is the new currency, both in business and in life. And I think that completely represents exactly what you're saying. I'd like to read a quote that I came across a while ago. And this is by Tim Ferriss. He's an American author and he's, a best-selling author of the 4-Hour Workweek, 4-Hour Body, etc. And this is what he says. Personal branding is about managing your name, even if you don't own a business, in a world of misinformation, disinformation, and semi-permanent Google records. Going on a date, chances are that your blind date has Googled your name. Going for a job interview, it's likely that someone on the panel will have seen your online profile and they know what you're about. So the one thing that I'm just going to leave us with is be authentic, be you, and don't be afraid to start defining your brand, a brand that is uniquely you.
Thanks for sharing those tips, Tanya. And like always, we'd love to hear from you. Please share your comments and subscribe to Power Up, the place to brave up and live your best life.